Shalom. This is Calvin Israel, back with another video lesson, giving all praises, honor, power, glory, dominion, majesty, reverence, blessings, worship, love, and admiration to the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh only. Double honors, triple honors to Yahweh and Yahweh only. No Bahashem. Understand that. Now today's video lesson is the blessings of King David is ours. And when I say ours, I mean Yahweh only saints. Us Israelites that have the faith of Yahweh only. Right? We serve Yahweh only. We got the true understanding that we are to serve Yahweh only the Most High. We are in the full truth because we know that we are Israelites and we know our true duties as Israelites, our true roles and responsibilities, and we know, most importantly, that we are to serve Yahweh only. And it's a lot of rewards and benefits that comes along with having that knowledge and that understanding. And that knowledge is very esoteric. Not everyone can see that. As simple as it seems, as simple as it is, as plainly as the scriptures tell you, some people still can't understand that. They can't perceive that. They can't accept that because they fell to the stumbling blocks, many stumbling blocks that are in the way of the path. And the main one being the New Testament that promotes an invisible idol and attempts to replace the Most High and all the Most High's glory with an invisible idol, JC, because the New Testament is nothing but replacement theology. Okay, so it's a lot of blessings, man, a lot of treasures that comes along with this. And we're going to get off into that. All right. Isaiah 55:3. Let's get off into it, because we got a lot to talk about, man. All right. Isaiah 55:3. Incline your ear and come unto me and hear, and your souls shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. So we all need some of that mercy, man. Yeah, we all need some of that mercy. And we know that David received an abundance of mercy because he was a man after the Most High's own heart. Nevertheless, he still was a man, right? And he needed mercy because the scripture tells us that there's no man that doesn't sin. So we need that mercy, man. And we will get that mercy if we do like David and serve the Most High only and love him, put him first, and be a man after the Most High's own heart, right? Man or woman, right? You have to be after the Most High's own heart. You have to love the Most High. You have to be in it sincerely and in it for more than just the rewards, right? And chances are you are, because most of us, we started off in Christianity, and the promise of Christianity, it wasn't very much. We didn't know nothing about having no slaves or multiple wives or being kings and rulers. We just thought that what JC say, you just become like an angel and have everlasting life, right? So most of us are sincere, but we're going to get that mercy, man, right? Let's read that over. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people. Yeah, he has given David as a witness to us. Not JC. Everybody be saying be Christ-like and what would JC do? Who cares? JC will break the commandments. JC will break the Sabbath. JC would try to rearrange the law. That's what JC would do. He would try to slither. We already know that. We've seen that. We proved that. What will David do? He will say that the law is perfect, right? He will be a man after Yah's own heart. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and commander to the people. Behold, you shall call a nation that you know not, and nations that knew not you shall run unto you, because Yahweh, your God, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he has glorified you. Right? So we're going to be rulers like King David was a ruler. Now we're going to get off into these blessings of King David, right? Because the Most High said that he would give us the sure mercies of David. Because he said that he will make us a ruler, a leader, a commander over nations, right? just like he did for David, he's going to do for us in the kingdom. All right. Let's go to Amos 9 and 11, because we know that the kingdom is going to be like the days of old, but 100 times better. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name, says Yahweh, that does this. Yeah, because we serve the Most High, the one and only true living God that speak things into existence. That's all he has to do is say it and it's done. This whole world is a spiritual world. It may seem physical, but it's spiritual because it was made by a spiritual being that actually just spoke it into existence. He didn't get a hammer, start picking up equipment and wood and tools, and he just spoke it into existence. So when you're talking about a spiritual world is a physical world, and it's just things that you can and you can't see, right? That's all it is. So when we get to the next world, that's a physical world. Some say a spiritual world. It's a physical world. Understand that. All right. Let's get off into these promises of David, because they belong to us as well. He gave David as an example that if we be after his heart like David was after his heart, that we will get the sure mercies of David and those same promises in that everlasting covenant, right? Those same promises is ours. Royalty, right? Royalty is in our lap. Let's keep pushing forward with serving Yahweh only. Psalm 16 and 10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. So this means that the Most High is not going to just leave us in the grave, as one of the many doctrines that the New Testament teach, that you're just going to sleep into the last day of the world. You're just going to just sleep and just be in your grave to the last day. There's no last day of the world, man. The earth abideth forever. That's what the scriptures tells us, right? This says that he's not going to leave our soul in the grave. Neither will he suffer us to see corruption, right? And that's what he's going to do for David. He's going to resurrect us back to life. It's very easy for him to do. All he has to do is speak it and it happens, right? And we will be in paradise, that second earth that we read about in the scriptures, that extraordinary place, right? That super advanced place. Now we're going to go to Psalms 17 and 15. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. So he just said that the Most High is not going to leave his soul in the grave. And King David had the understanding of the afterlife. A lot of kings did not have this understanding that David had, because David was more than just a king. He was a prophet. He was a priest. He had, the roles of a priest. He took on those roles too, right? He was a man after God's own heart. He knew these things. King David was never afraid of death. He wasn't suicidal, right? He protected his life, because we all just have that in us to do. But he knew if he did die, then that wasn't it. That wasn't the end. Look, he said, I shall awake. He know that death is just awaking to a new life. He had that understanding. When I will awake with your likeness. The likeness of God, what is that? Everlasting life. Right? Because we all are a part of the Most High's eternity. Right? Because even good or bad, you're still going to raise up. Whether you were good or wicked, you're still going to raise up. Check this out. Daniel 12 and 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. Some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. All right? So, we are going to have everlasting life. And some is going to wake up to everlasting shame. Because some people are going to wake up in the second earth to a beautiful royal position. Yeah, let that sink in. And some are going to wake up in the second earth to be at a very low estate, to be very poor and afflicted. Everlasting contempt. And even the ones that have no continuance and are destined to be destroyed. Some Israelites, some idolaters are destined to be destroyed. The teachers of idolatry, right? They are still going to awake. And the Most High is going to kill them all over again. Right? It's for real. This is life. This is the cycle of life. This is what happened. This is what the scriptures is telling you. Let's get back into those blessings of King David, man, that we're going to receive. Let's go to Psalms 2 and verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possessions. Oh yeah, we're going to have the heathens as our possessions. And we're going to inherit a great deal of the earth, the second earth, right? The heathen, the other nations, man. And even the Israelites that act like heathens, man, we're going to possess them. And thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Understand that. For real. Yes, I said it. We are going to also have Hebrew slaves. We just read in Amos 9:11 and 12 that the Most High is going to build the kingdom like the days of old, right? He's going to build the kingdom as in the days of old. And in the days of old, we had Hebrew slaves, and we was able to keep them as slaves for 7 years, right? We're going to get off into that because it's important to get off into that because your life is a reflection. Your life on the second earth is a reflection of this life. This life is a reflection of your life on the second earth. Understand that, right? If you can understand what I'm saying by that, you know, if you can understand, if you can see, if the Most High allows you to see that your life here is a reflection of your life on the second earth. Okay, so you can kind of piece together what your life is going to be like by reading these scriptures and by just looking around in your life and the people in your life, and you can figure out their roles in your life in the kingdom, on how they treat you, on how they feel about you, on how you feel about them. You can be like, oh man, that's going to be my Ak in the kingdom. That must be my Ak in the kingdom. Or you might be like, oh yeah, that's my sister in the kingdom. That might be my neighbor in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We get along so well. You get what I'm saying? Like that's going to be like my neighbor. That's my partner in the kingdom. Or someone like that don't like you, but they wicked and you pursuing righteousness. You like, man, I know that they gonna be my servant in the kingdom, man. You dig what I'm saying? Or a female like me. I had a couple females that I was tutoring and trying to pull them out of idolatry, trying to get them to see that JC was an invisible idol, right? And I'm dealing with these females for a long period of time. One of them over a year, and I'm going over these scriptures with her constantly every day. And she cannot get it. Right? The Most High is just not giving it to her. But she likes me though. But she's not coming out of idolatry. And she likes me intimately. You dig what I'm saying? But she's not coming out of idolatry. I can't really do nothing with her. You get what I'm saying? But that lets me know, she must be my handmaid in the kingdom. She done donated $10,000 to my ministry, but yet she's still not coming out of idolatry. Just real stubborn and will not move. Right? Can't even defend her stance. Can't even, you know me, I'm running her doctrine into a brick wall, confounding her constantly in so many ways. I'm like, dang. But this person means something to me. And this other lady too. So I'm like, dang, they must be my handmaids in the kingdom. Like my servants, my slaves. Look, Exodus 21:1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. Right? So it do be some ignorant brothers too. That you like, man, they may be my servants in the kingdom. You feel me? They in idolatry. They in all type of wickedness. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't really see no Hebrew brothers that, I would want as my servants. You feel what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like all females. These Hebrew females, you feel me? I'm like, yeah, you're going to be a handmaid. You dig? And you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah, I already know. Some is going to be, queens of mine. And yeah, some going to be concubines, and some is going to be servants, slaves. Yeah, all Hebrew. I know, of course, I'm going to have those heathens. Those heathens, they not even going to be able to come into the mansion. Right? They going to be straight in the shacks and in the barns, you feel me, outside. You dig what I'm saying? My Hebrew servants, the women, they're going to be underground in the mansion. And it's going to be lovely down there. It's going to have a pool down there. You know what I'm saying? Everything. They're going to walk around with gold yokes of iron on their neck. And when we go out into the city, I'm going to attach the gold chain to the yoke. And then they're going to be able to come up to the main floor and actually be in the mansion and serve my wives and concubines and clean the house and stuff like that. But the heathen slaves, they're not going to even be able to come into the mansion. You dig? Exodus 21:3. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. Right? So if you buy an Hebrew slave and he already has a wife, then him and his wife is free to go after 7 years. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. Let's read that again. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. So we see here that the Hebrew women that are servants for forever. They don't get to go free after 7 years. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. There you go. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. There you go. Okay, so let's get off more into these sure mercies and blessings of David that are ours. Also, we're going to get off into a lot more. Let's get off into this. Let's go to Psalms 18 and 29. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. This is what King David is saying. Look how much power we are going to have. King David killed tens of thousands of men in battle, in one battle. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. King David was like Samson, a great warrior, mighty in strength, leaped over a wall, right? We're going to inherit that same strength, that same spirit the Most High is going to put on us. Understand that. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. He is a shield, right? To all those that trust in him. For who is God save Yahweh? Who is God except Yahweh? Or who is a rock save our God? So King David had this understanding that it was only Yahweh. It was only the Most High to serve. It was no other God, right? King David was not Bahashemin. King David was not praying in the name of nobody else, right? King David was not mentioning the names of other gods. For who is God except Yahweh? It is good that I girdeth. It is God that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hens' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms. That's a lot of power, man. Thou hast also given me the shield of your salvation. So he knows that that's a shield to know that you're guaranteed salvation. That is a shield. You're not afraid of death. You're not afraid of failure. Because you know that the Most High will save you. You're not afraid of nothing. And thy right hand has holden me up. His power, the power of God has holden him up. And thy gentleness has made me great. Right? The Most High's mercies. Right? His love and kindness. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip, because the Most High was carrying him. I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. Right? We're going to be able to consume our enemies. Anybody that has a problem with you on this earth and in this life, and you serving Yahweh only and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man, they got a problem with you. They decide to be your enemies. That's a really terrible choice for them. I have wounded them that were not able to rise. I have wounded them that they were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. There you go. Sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. Right? That Psalm 110 and verse 1, David did not write that. That was one of David's musicians that was writing about David. Because the Most High put David's enemies under his feet. They are fallen under my feet. Right? You got to watch out for these Christian and these Edomite interpreters, man, because they be trying to push an agenda. Also, in the Tanakh, the Jewish interpretation, you got to watch out for that stuff too, man, because they be trying to push an agenda. That's why we go through this with the spirit of the Most High, and we understand, the true meanings of this, because a good understanding comes to those that keep his commandments. And you cannot get a good understanding of the scriptures if you're breaking the first commandment. Period. Cannot get a good understanding if you hating your brother. Period. Cannot get a good understanding if you out there being a sodomite. You can't get a good understanding if you out there committing adultery, sleeping with brothers' wives and all of that, man. Alright? You can't get a good understanding if you breaking the Sabbath. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Right? So our enemies are going under our feet. You best believe it. They're going to be destroyed or be our servants. Straight up, man. Everyone that we cut off because they crossed us in the second earth, you're going to see them destroyed. You're going to see them under your feet. You're going to be ruling over them because you chose the righteous path and to serve Yahweh only. Thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies. that I might destroy them that hate me. Look, this ain't no lie, man. This is what he did for David. This is what he's going to do for you. He's going to give you the necks of your enemies so that you can destroy them. If you my enemy, you getting destroyed. Straight up. I'm not giving you no mercies. You crossed me. You betrayed me. You did some foul stuff. I might have let you go. But you would not go unpunished, man. I might have let it slide here. But the Most High is going to give you to me. Yeah, he's going to give your neck to me. And I'm going to break it. They cried. They cried. But there was none to save them. Because Yahweh is with us. Even unto Yahweh. But he answered them not. They cried out to Yahweh for mercy to save them from us, from breaking their necks. But he answered them not. Yahweh is going to allow us to destroy our enemies. Vengeance is Yahweh, and he's going to take vengeance on our enemies by the hands of us. All of those crooked ass judges and those crooked attorneys, some crooked ass public defenders and DAs that railroaded us, you know what I'm saying? Or tried to falsely lock us up and then give us a fair chance, a fair trial. They cried, but there was none to save them. They cried unto Yahweh, but he answered them not. Yeah, man. I'm going to break their necks. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Understand that. It ain't no forgive them for they know not what they do. They know what they doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't, oh well. You feel me? You knew I was a servant of the Most High. You know what I mean? You knew that you was dealing with me treacherously. You was dealing with me shady and unfair. Right? Now it's too late. I'm going to beat you small. So, man, our enemies is going under, man. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. We just read that. We just read that in Isaiah 55, 3 through 5. Isaiah 55, 3 through 5. We just read that. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. And that's exactly what the Most High is going to do for us. The sure mercies of David, an everlasting covenant with us. Right? These heathens gonna serve us, man. We're going to be king. We're going to be king over these heathens, over these other nations, right? It's going to be like David is the king. David is the president, right? The Most High is the elite. He far above everything, right? David is the president, and we're going to be governors of states. It's going to be like that. You dig what I'm saying? But more than that, that's just a way to kind of try to explain it, explain the order. But our authority is going to be so much more than a governor. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. Right? That's what they're going to do, man. For us, the strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their closed places. Yeah, exactly, man. They're gonna be afraid, man. They're gonna have that fear because we're gonna be raised up so much, and we're gonna be increased with so much strength and power, man. They're gonna be afraid, man. They cannot come against us. Yahweh liveth. Yahweh liveth. And blessed be my rock. And let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God that avenges me and subdueth the people under me. The Most High is going to put them under us, man. Anybody going against you, man, it's terrible when you serving the Most High, man, keeping these commandments. He delivereth me from my enemies. Yeah. Thou lifteth me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. Understand that. Let's get off into some more, man. Some more blessings of David, man. And what David was blessed with, we are going to be blessed with. 2 Samuel 12:7. And Nathan said to David, Thou art the man. Thus says Yahweh, God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. And I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things. So the Most High gave King David his master's house and his master's wives. He took another man's wives. He killed the man and gave the man wives to King David. So King David had Saul's wives. And if that was too little, the Most High said he would have gave David such and such things, this and that, anything he wanted. Understand that? And that's what the Most High is going to do for you if you serve the Most High and serve him only and keep his commandments, man, and be a man after his own heart. And David took him more concubines, right? 2 Samuel 5 and 13. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem, right? So we're going to have many wives and concubines, Israelite wives and concubines. Yeah. Not all Israelites are created equal. That's what, nobody is created equal. That's what we have to understand here. You got some women that are made to be queens, princesses, wives. Then you have other women that are made to be concubines. So some Israelite women are made to be queens, wives. Some Israelite women are made to be concubines. And then there's other Israelite women that are made to be handmaids and slaves and servants. It's just the way it is, right? And David had many Israelite wives and concubines, right? So let's go. 2 Samuel. Let's go to 2 Samuel 8. 2 Samuel 8 and 10. Then Toi sent Joram his son unto King David to salute him and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadadezer and smitten him. For Hadadezer had wars with Toi, and Joram brought with him vessels of silver and vessels of gold and vessels of brass. Which also King David did dedicate unto Yahweh with the silver and gold that he had dedicated of all nations which he subdued. So King David subdued all nations and took their gold and dedicated it to Yahweh. So King David had all the gold, all the silver, all the precious metals, diamonds and rubies. Like Esau has it now, all of the gold and diamonds, all that stuff. Look, King David had it. And he dedicated it all to Yahweh. You see that? A man after God's own heart. Right? Who he subdued? Of Syria, he took their gold and all their precious things. And of Moab, he took all of those Chinese people's resources and precious things. And of the children of Ammon. So all of the Asians he subdued and took their precious things and all their gold. And the Philistines, the Africans, and of Amalek, and of the spoil of Hadadezer, son of Rahad, king of Zobah. And David gat him a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. King David was mighty, man. He got him a name. Got him a great name, man. Because he was doing mightily through the power and the spirit of the Most High. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom put he garrisons. And all they of Edom became David's servants. So all of these white people, man, Edom is going to be our servants. All of them. And all they of Edom became David's servants. Right? So the man at the top right now is Edom, the so-called white man. He's the most powerfulest man in the earth right now. He's the most richest man in the earth right now. The Most High is going to put all of them under your feet. When you serve him and serve him only, and be after his heart, like King David was. Right? Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 54:17. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise up against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, says Yahweh. So, no weapon formed against us in the kingdom gonna prosper, man. These heathens can never rise up and say we're going to overthrow their rulership. We're going to take down this king that the Most High placed over us. They will never be able to do it. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Right? And every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. So, if someone on Judgment Day tried to complain to the Most High about you and say, Most High, don't rise him up. I seen him being drunk in the streets, or I seen him with a whore. You're going to be able to tell that man, shut your ass up and go to hell. That's what this is telling you. Nobody is not going to be able to tell the Most High nothing about you. Nobody is going to be able to make the Most High punish you. Once the Most High glorified you, that's it. Can't nobody say nothing against you. And can't nobody turn the Most High against you. Every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, you shall condemn. We're going to be like, man, go your ass to hell, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Right? And all this is the second earth, man. The second earth is very real. Let's go to Isaiah. (66:22). Isaiah 66:22. For as the new heavens And the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me. The new earth, the second earth, is remaining. It's going to remain, says Yahweh. So shall your seed and your name remain. So our name is going to remain there. We are going to remain there. Everlasting life there. And our seed. We're going to have children with our wives there. And many blessings is coming to Israelite women that submit to Yahweh and his perfect order. The Most High is going to give you precious women that serve him and serve him only and submit to his perfect order and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. He's going to give you women to righteous, loving kings that's going to take care of you and spoil you and shower you with diamonds and gold and put you on a pedestal and have servants serve you, right? And make love with you with great passion, righteously, in paradise, right? And our wives is going to have access to the kingdom, man, right? They're going to be able to be free, right? And go out and step out and have everybody fall at their feet as well. They're going to know she's the wife of the king. Don't mess with her, man, or it's going to be complete chaos, right? So that's where we see that new earth at, man, right? Isaiah 65 and 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Right? So, there you have it. There's a new earth. There's a second earth. Right? The Most High created it. And when we awake, when we pass on from here and awake, we're going to awake in this new earth. Right? And it's going to be beautiful. And that's when we're going to have these blessings that was promised to King David. King David was very confident and very sure of these blessings because he spoke to the Most High. The Most High spoke to him. And the Most High spoke to us with these scriptures. Isaiah 55, 3-5, and he let us know that this covenant is also available to you if you also serve me and only me and be a man after God's own heart. Understand that. Alright? Shalom. Take care of your mind, body, and soul. Serve the Most High and the Most High only. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments always. Barakatah. Call halal Yahweh.